So we're going to talk a lot about these hubs. I tell you what, let's do this, would you? All of those who are you with me online right now, would you just quickly go into the chat and say hub so I know you're listening? Say hub. This is a crucial part of our careers. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Everybody online, say hub to me. I want to be sure we're all in sync here. All right. I'll draw an organization chart that you understand completely where we're going with this. But in general terms, so far, you've heard me explain that the company is about me building a funnel at the top and the funnel coming through initially when Dominic joined directly to the agents. The second stage was funnel at the top, then coming to ISAs, and from ISAs to agents. At the same time, our vision was that you build a parallel personal business at the same time, that you take all the leads that we give you. After 2 years, there's no Zillow referral fee, and you have a huge personal business. That's the strategy. What's happened is because we've gone, I was just talking to Dominic this morning, a little bit less than 3 years ago, Dominic reminded me we had 67 Zillow leads in our first month. And those Zillow leads were lots on the side of a hill in Lake Elsinore that were unbuildable. And then after those 67, I think we jumped to what, Dom? 200, maybe 150. And the other 80 they sent us were $100,000 mobile homes built before 1976. And that's all we had. And Dominic's saying now Zillow, they do them, but they don't send them to us. They don't send us anything under 200,000. Our average sales price with Zillow at the beginning was 114,000. And today our average sales price is 675,000. So that's a growing business, and many agents are growing with us on it. And I think you're going to grow, frankly, a lot faster with the Hub program. So what came out of all of this was we recruited a ton of people, but we weren't engaged with the people. Bill is sitting in the back. Bill is a great, great agent. I don't know what he did last year, 10, 15 million, something like that. And Bill was here, but never, we connected on a personal level, but the business never connected because we had all this going on. It was just not possible. So our next iteration is this. No fault on Bill. It was fault on me. The next iteration is this, Bill, as I explained to you, is fill the funnel at the top. Now, this is also going to change this next year, so please listen carefully. So fill the funnel at the top. That's your future career, right? So you get 200-300 of those. You do your newsletter, and 2 years later, you've got yourself a fat personal business. Fill the funnel at the top. Now, think of an org chart. One part of the org is the Zillow leads. All right, so we've gone from 60 to 150 to 300 to 500, and now Zillow said, okay, next month we're going to send you 944 connections, right? Huge, right? That includes sellers and buyers. Now, my role, I see one of my primary roles over the coming months is to teach you as much as I can about real estate, teach you everything you want to know about real estate from my experience. But beyond that, to fill the top of that funnel with other sources. The primary sources that I've come across in real estate, what are they? The primary types of business that agents want to do. Come on, tell me online, tell me in the room, what are the primary things in your experience? Oh, I work personal, but personal what?
Buyers.
Investors is a huge one. Buyers, yes, sir, right? Listings. Okay, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. New construction. New construction investors are huge, right? What else? The agents say, oh, I belong to luxury, right? And a few who are crazy work land. But you have, yeah, I work luxury, exactly, right. But look, here's the bottom line. We have those categories, do we not? It's investor, that's flipping, it's apartments, it's 1031X, it's gross rent multiplier. By the way, if you want me to teach you about that, I will, right? No problem. So it's that. Then you've got the new homes. There are young ladies in this county, in San Diego County, that support their entire business and 3 or 4 helpers just working new homes, right? Another piece is, and we know who I'm talking about, another piece is the investor piece. So investors, new homes, luxury, those are big categories. So I've learned a thing or two about technology the last few years. I was actually on with engineers in Pakistan this morning at 6 o'clock. And I'm now working on building out social media headed platforms that we now have Zillow at the top box. And over the next year, 4 other lead sources coming in that we generate through the company through social media. So I'll reach out to the community as social media and then bring that into what? Into an Instagram channel into a funnel. I won't bore you on the funnel. The funnel has a registration. The registration generates a lead. Now watch. Top of the funnel, investor funnel, luxury funnel, new homes funnel. The leads come in. Some will go to the ISAs. Why? Because we're putting iconnect on all of those funnels, and we're not confident yet that all the agents will pick up their iconnect app if it's a live buyer. So initially, we're going to have the ISAs have the 2 bat phones, and video calls will come into them from those lead funnels. But bottom line, the leads will come in from the top, either to the ISAs, to the hub leaders, listen carefully, or from the top, step around the ISAs and come direct to the hub leader, and then the hub leader will distribute to the specialists in their hub. So it's very important you all understand this. So we've got upcoming, and I'm not going to talk about that now, Lux and Aspire. So Aspire, I've got some very important news for you today. That's a category. So there's going to be people who are going to run those categories who have experience in those categories. They will help me develop the social media. They will help me develop the promo. They will help me develop the funnel. And that funnel will bring in the leads, and the leads will go where? That leader will then turn around and say, hey, Danny, we got 4 investors in Ukaipa. Boom. Then who are you going to look for? You're going to look for the people in your hub that have trained under you for that specific category. So one of those is new homes. So I fully intend, I have a very good relationship with one of the top people in one of the major builders. I'm not going to tell you who right now, to build a funnel for that, where they will send us all of their discounted properties, all of their fallouts, all of their new incentives in the state of California. And those will be built into a new home Instagram channel. We will promote that new home Instagram channel using Meta and a number of other things. And so that will bring in people who want to buy new homes. Where will that new home lead go? Let me see. I want to be sure you're listening. How will I distribute that new home lead? Let's see online. Dominic, the new home lead. Huh? Someone's trained in that category. So work the funnel from the top. So all right. So Instagram, in it comes. We promote through Meta. Lead comes in through Instagram. Where is it going to go now? If it goes direct to the ISA, where does the ISA send it? Out. If it doesn't go direct to the ISA, where does it go? You guys have got to know. This is coming, so listen to me. To the hub leader. So you have to decide, are you going to train in new homes? Because it's a specialty, right? It doesn't mean you can't run personal business on new homes, but we want to make sure that we distribute the leads to the right specialty. So decide now, what are you going to specialize in? Are you going to specialize in Lux, listings, non-Lux? Are you going to specialize in investor? Are you going to specialize in new homes? What are you going to specialize in? Let your hub leader know, so your hub leader can make sure you get into the training, right? So you have any questions on that? I don't need to ramble on for hours. That's a change in structure. The only way we can do this is that we have local presence, where, like Andrew said to me yesterday, Andy, starting next week, can I go to Corona right up the street from me instead of to Temecula? And the answer is yes, right? So starting next week, the whole Hub Leader program rolls out. Kathy and Ryan and Blake and Danny and Mirka. I feel like I'm missing somebody else. Yeah, I'm sitting right there. You guys are going to talk today about the 80 or 90 people that are not assigned, and we're going to get those folks assigned by geocentricity, so as close to you as possible. So you're going to get calls today, and we're going to present to you all of the hub leaders today so that you know who's going to be reaching out to you. All right, I see a question. Could somebody, so the questions drop away. Hold on. When you see questions, if you could, okay, 100%. We do not want to confine to you. So Kathy said the question was, Kath? So what if I want to work all sections and not be stuck in one specialty? No problem at all. Just go to our trainings, get them under your belt. They're not like, you don't have to go for 6 months. Get the trainings under your belt so that we know you eye to eye, because the bottom line is, think about this. Think about this, guys. Nearly 1,000 leads from Zillow. They've made it clear to me they want to send us, do you know how many? 3,000. All right. It's a huge business. So at 1,000, Danny, in a nice way, is going to be responsible for closing 8 of those a month, for example, in his pod. Kathy, the same, which she does already. Ryan and Yair, the same. Blake, the same. So you're going to be responsible for closing that number. So what is the hub leader going to want from you? They're going to want to know you. So if they've got a strong investor lead coming and it's non-Zillow and they have to meet their quota for that month, and they haven't seen you for 4 weeks at a hub meeting, and you don't pick up the phone when they call you, it doesn't matter what you're specialized in. You can run your own business, no problem. That's real estate. But you want to share one with us, they're going to want to know you. So I would strongly encourage you, get to know your hub leader. Yes, whoever asked that question, you can specialize in all of them. Frankly, that's what I did. Right? So I just put my feet in all of them. I don't know, Bill, what your specialty is, but it's obviously in listings. And I think your price range mainly is 6 to $1.2 million, predominantly. Yeah. So that answers that question. Other questions? Any other questions? Congrats, Mirko and Jonathan. Congrats. No other questions for me, guys? What if I want to work all sections and not be stuck in one? Who was it who asked that? Aja. Yeah, so Aja. Come on, you know you can do whatever you need with me because you're so loyal. But that's the answer to your question, sweetheart. Okay? All right, so let's talk about the whole hub piece. And if we can now, let's get the hub leaders up here. Guys, sort yourselves out. Grab your microphones while I'm talking about this. And we're going to share on screen with you. They will, but I want to quickly do the hub member guide. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. So show the agent-facing piece first. Come on up. Grab microphones. Let's go. Show the agent-facing piece first. All right. So agents, I'm just going to share with you first while the hub leaders get themselves organized. The purpose of the hubs for agents is that we train together, grow together, produce together, and progress together.
And party.
Right? Train, grow, produce, and progress. And Blake says, of course, Johnny, rapper and party. So, and I will tell you something, it ain't just Blake who can party, because there's a young lady down here on the end who knows how to party. So there's going to be plenty of parties going on there. I don't know about you two. I've got a hunch, and I've seen Kathy with a beer or two. So we're definitely going to have some partying going on. But look at the 4 words. Your hub leaders want to train you, help you grow, help you produce, and help you progress at a local level, okay? The TWT Hub exists to help agents build stronger businesses and better lives. Every agent contributes to the culture, productivity, and momentum of the Hub. So we're looking for agents who want to be part of the vibe, part of the community. That means when you post on social media, you talk about TWT. There are some agents on the team who take leads and then they never promote TWT. That's okay. You're free to do that, but we're really looking for people to be part of the community. So when you get together, you do social media together. Anytime there's a meeting, you got your cameras out, that you're supporting each other and helping each other in transactions. Community, okay? So what does the hub provide? First of all, you need to scroll up a little bit, honey. What? It's a photo? Okay. You're good. You're good. Oh, there's 2 pages of it. What does the hub provide? First of all, weekly training and development. So starting next Wednesday, we have 1 hour here. Frankly, I think it will end up shorter unless I'm doing a custom training of some kind, maybe 45 minutes, because we want you to learn on a local basis. Okay. So after that 45 minutes, there are giant screens set up in all of the hubs, and you will be able to see what we're doing here, and boom, it's over to you. Local training, local questions, local growth. Okay. So weekly training and development, each of your hub leaders will provide that training for you. Leadership, coaching, and accountability from the hub leader. So look, if you're doing personal business, you don't have any accountability, just that you uphold the name of the team and you operate with dignity, right? And you do basically what Andrew would do, right? But however, if you take company leads, there's some accountability. Your accountability contact will be your hub leader. You also have some accountability through the ISAs. That's why Jenny's staff is trained to ask you questions to find out what's going on in the field and how we can coach you. All right. So leadership, coaching, and accountability. A community of agents committed to production and growth. And I want you to look at the bottom of this. Is this flyer online that they can see it right now? This will all be online today under Hub Leaders. We are committed to helping you grow in your personal business and in your Zillow business. Now, look, I just want to say this really, really clearly. Annette and I always wanted a lot of personal business, but we had to pay for leads. I will tell you, the minute we stopped paying for leads, our personal business dropped off the cliff. It took what, Dominic, realistically, 90 days? So for 90 days, you got enough mojo going. But the minute we stopped our Homes Magazine ads, can you believe that? The minute we stopped our Homes, it took 90 days and we were out. So we constantly had to fill, here it comes, we had to fill the top of the funnel. So the idea is that you fill the top of your funnel with Zillow. Some of you become experts like Jonathan. I believe Jonathan in 2027 will sell 10 Zillows a month himself. That's what I believe will happen. So you may decide to specialize like that. You may not. But the point is, taking those leads, you learn disciplines that you can then convert those people into your personal business. So we want to help you with personal business and Zillow growth. There's an agent promise, and your hub leader is going to give you this document and ask you to sign it. So they know there's a relational commitment. And here's your promise. I will participate. I will improve. I will protect the culture. I will use the systems. I'll serve clients at an extraordinary level, and I will move forward. So when somebody says to you, what kind of agent are they looking for at TWT? Just read that to them. So if they're like, well, I really don't want to move forward and I want to kind of sit in the background, that's perfect for EXP because they pay $85 a month and they're just sitting there. It's not ideal for the team. We're looking for people who want to move forward, okay? All right, let's go to the second page of this, and then I'm going to stop talking and roll over to the hub leaders. The hub provides weekly training. Oh, I said that already. Sorry. Hub member expectations. Here we go. To maintain TWT and follow-up boss best practices. Do you see that's at the top of the list? So the primary responsibility you have as agents is you're here. We've made a commitment to Zillow this month that we'll handle nearly 1,000 leads. So do the math. If you get 1,000 leads at $600, what's the value of that business? $600,000 a business, right? If the leads are $6,000, what's the value of 1,000 leads? Anybody online, anybody in the room? They send us 1,000 leads and they're worth, the house is worth $6,000. How much is the gross dollar volume of that business? $6 million. If it's $60,000 per house and they send 1,000, what's the gross dollar value of that business? $60 million. If it's $600,000 average sales price and they send 1,000, what's the value of that business potential a month? $600 million. So Zillow is going to send us $500 million worth of business a month. That's excluding the listing leads. So we're asking the hub leaders to train you locally and ask you, hey, are you willing to maintain TWT best practices? What's that? You receive the lead, you don't change the appointment, you show 3, you score out of 10. Anything over 7, you write an offer or you bam fam, right? In that, treating the client with dignity at all times. Very simple. And then that you'll go into FUB and you'll update your FUB. So from the hub member expectations, maintain TWT and follow up best practices. Attend your hub training weekly. Now we understand not all of you are going to be able to do that every week. All the hub leaders want to know is, are you, what did it say? Learning? Are you growing? Are you available? Because we want to help. And then when that investor lead comes in or the Lux lead comes in or whatever, they know who to call. So we know you can't go every week, but I will tell you, when Annette and I were in production, we managed our schedule to make sure that when RE/MAX had something going on, we were there because we knew we would get something out of it. Even a bad meal has something on it that will give nutrients to your body. And I'm not saying our trainings are a bad meal, but you understand the point, okay? What are you eating? You're making me hungry. Yeah, I see it. Okay, so attend the hub training weekly, contribute to the community culture, okay? The community culture, positive, uplifting, no politics, no religion, nothing sexual. It is a positive, uplifting environment. That's what we're here to build, so that when we meet our customers, they sense that we are positive and uplifting people. Very, very simple. Interact with your hub leader to optimize your personal business. We want it to grow. Interact with your hub leader to optimize conversion of Zillow opportunities, and interact with your hub leader to develop social media content. Now, I'm going to flat out admit to you, I've been very weak in this area until Annette blew up in January, and now it's become a huge part of my life. My bad. You know who was great at it? It was Blake Kavanaugh. He was fabulous at it. And I really didn't get behind him. My bad. Then we have Blake come in, and I'm seeing a constant flow of social media. And frankly, we recruit people every single month because of that, who then convert leads. That's healthy for our culture. So we're looking for that culture that your hub leader is going to help you. They'll be there, they'll be holding a meeting, and they're going to wander around with a camera, or they'll pick somebody on their team who will wander around with an iPhone, and you start promoting yourself and your hub online. So we're looking to develop social media impact. Train, grow, produce, progress. If that's you, welcome to a hub. Here's the TWT standard. We sell homes, we build people, we develop leaders, we create opportunity. We move people towards extraordinary careers and extraordinary lives. If you guys as hub leaders can embrace that we are looking for people who want to be extraordinary. Now, will you have ordinary people on your teams? Of course. But even people who can look at themselves in the mirror and go, my life is kind of ordinary, most of them want to make something better out of their lives. It's an American principle. It's like, it's not God bless America, buy me a lazy boy, and I'm okay where I'm at. People came to America to build something special, right? So we're here in these hubs to help you build extraordinary careers and extraordinary lives. Now, agents, I'll finish with this. Notice at the bottom, extraordinary people, extraordinary culture, extraordinary results. Together we build extraordinary lives. And this, I'll be candid with you, this is a qualifier for hub leaders. If we have a hub leader who comes to us and says, I need to make some extra income, and all this stuff about extraordinary, let me just sell homes, that hub leader will not be hired. We're looking for leaders who, when they're alone and I'm not there, are talking about being extraordinary, because that will implant into the team. Everybody with me? Okay, so let's just quickly open it up for questions online. Any questions on this? You went off it too fast. Any questions on the agent side of the hub? Any questions at all? Richard Novy says, I can live with all of that, Andrew. There's a guy who's going to do $10 million this year. Yes. 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 So the question is, would we consider doing a commercial specialty? I would say yes. Do we have anybody right now who's specialized in commercial? I don't think so, do we? So I would say, and the answer to that, I don't want to fake it. When we have somebody who comes to us who wants to head up a pod commercial, then yes. Do you? All right. So there are people in the organization I didn't know. The answer, Stephen Gray, he's mainly investor because he does big build outs of apartment buildings. Yeah. There's very strong people joining the organization. So the answer is yes, we're just not quite there yet. But thank you for bringing that up. Who was it who asked that question? Okay, good. Stephen Gray, he just spoke up. I do multifamily commercial. Great. Stephen, get plugged in with us. Let's talk about it. If you're interested in being a hub leader, then complete that questionnaire we sent to you. Anybody else? Leslie Coretti says, I can live with all of it. Stephen says, yep, I'm up for it. Any other questions about the hub from an agent side? Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce to you hub leaders. And we've got a few questions for them. And we're going to go pretty fast. Oop, could you mute whoever that is? Okay. So hub leaders, first of all, welcome. Let's welcome all the hub leaders, guys, shall we? Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay. So do we have an introductory panel for each of them? Okay, let's do that first. I think let's introduce them first. Yeah. 100%. All right, so Kathy, you go first. Building extraordinary lives. Let's go. So this is Kathy, and she's going to introduce herself to you and how she's going to operate as hub leader for you.
Oh, I thought I was just going to answer the questions.
No, you're introducing yourself to I think there's 55 people listening to you right now.
So the first question was, how long have you been in this business? Now, I have been in this business for 38 years, longer than most of you have been alive. I started out in mortgage lending, believe it or not. I ran an underwriting division for 15 years, so I know quite a bit about lending. And then I jumped into real estate thinking I would work part-time. That didn't last.
That's a joke.
Within a year and a half, I was running an office and have pretty much ever since. So I have 23 years in real estate, and most of it has been leading people and training them. I think my biggest asset that I bring is not only my experience, but my availability. And all of you guys that have worked with me know you call me anytime. It doesn't matter what day, what time it is, and I pick up that phone. And I've even put people on speaker and walked them through writing up offers. They've been with clients and have texted or called me, and I've picked up the phone and I've given them the answer right on the spot. So not only do you get, the vast knowledge that I have, but I am available and I'm always ready to help you.
Just had like 40 people give you hearts. Kathy, keep going. People need to know this.
So another thing
Sports.
that they asked me was what I love doing. I loved sports. I'm obviously a huge sports fan. Every office I've ever worked in, I've started a weekly football pool. I've always done the Super Bowl pool.
I just want to clarify to everybody that's not real football, it's American football. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah. Watching soccer,
No, football. Yeah, not good.
Anyways, and I'm sure Annette, you covered up the bottom of that one.
That's the Chiefs. Oh, the Chargers slapping the Chiefs.
Oh, okay, I love it.
Doesn't happen often, but I mean, we can.
Love it.
Swift. That's Kelsey.
Kathy, watch out today. U.S. is playing soccer for the world.
There you go. See this? See, there's a football fan right there.
There you go.
All right.
Well, I'm a big Charger fan,
So-
USC fan, absolutely
it.
love football. Obviously, I love my dog, Molly. Everybody in here that's in here hears me talk about Molly all the time.
Your job is selling Molly?
I love my dog.
I didn't know that.
I love Molly. Yes. Yeah. And you guys are lucky I didn't put in the picture of Molly with Santa. So, but
Okay.
love my dog.
Oh, Molly's your dog. I was really confused.
Was.
Well, Molly's a drug. It's like a party drug.
Molly is my dog.
Love it.
The other thing, family is everything to me. Family comes first before everything. So every year, me and my husband rent 5 days in Mammoth. We take all our kids, all our grandkids, pay for the entire thing. So all of us once a year go to Mammoth, and everybody snowboards and skis but me. So I'm actually sitting in this bar watching all of them. You know, they need a place to come back to for snacks. So I took the bullet for everybody.
So Kathy, your number, just repeat them. I know they've all got it, would you? Because you got new agents on here too.
Is 951-830-0109.
All right, round of applause for, oh, I beg your pardon. So sorry.
My thing that nobody knows about me, I was a seamstress. Oh, you didn't put that picture in. Oh, so I was a seamstress in a bridal salon for 4 years. So I make custom gowns for all my friends and, you know, costumes and prom dresses. I made my son's girlfriend's prom dresses. So, but we had a picture of me doing Lorena's wedding dress. So
I love it.
Didn't want to be in.
All right, so round of applause for Kathy. That's fabulous. Okay, who's next? So hold on, because we got lots of questions. Oh, all right, Blake Miller. Let's go, Blake. Let's hear about you, buddy.
All right, so Lorena sent me this message and asked me a few questions. It makes it a little difficult for me to talk about myself, but been in the business roughly around 10 years. For me, what sets me aside as a leader, I would say it was just a difficult question for me to answer because I don't like to look at myself in that hype mode. But my power is finding the superpower that my agents or the people around me have, right? So I want to bring that. Everybody's strength is a little different. So I think my superpower is figuring out what your superpower is and then bringing the community and collaboration to it. That's really what it is for me. And just like Kathy, you know, I'll try to be available. She's like, what are your hobbies? I'm like, work. I like to work. Obviously, I have two daughters. I have a 7-year-old, I have a 3-year-old daughter. So obviously, they're a big part of my heart and my life. Big motivating factor right there. For me, I think leadership is interesting just because I feel like everybody does have a lot of potentials to be leaders in their own regards, right? Not necessarily maybe a hub leader, but everybody does have influence over somebody else, whether that's at large scale or small scale. So I try to make everybody, you know, uplifted and make their light shine brighter. And that's kind of, I'm like a professional hype man. Like if you've heard me talk to my agents, I know probably you guys heard me, but I'm always rolling out the red carpet for all of them. I try to hype them up because when they look good, feel good, and they're hyped up, they're going to perform. So I'm a professional hype man. I always say I'm a backup dancer, but really at the end of the day, I don't want the spotlight on me. So that's why it's hard for me to answer those questions. But I want to put the spotlight on all of you guys, right? That's what makes the community and the culture great. But yeah, that's just a little bit about me, my leadership, and you know what I do. If I had a,
I think you need to touch on the people first culture, because every time I come down to you, that's something that really stands out as what I'm not good at.
What is that? Oh, the people first
community part.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel
We're good at those too, Mirka. It's just not one of my strengths. You know it.
I mean, I think people first. I've always had this, and it's a blessing and a curse sometimes, right? Because I will put people in front of me, whether that's, you know, not necessarily my gain. I will make sure that, hey, if you have troubles or you need help, I will do everything in my power to make sure we get you there. All the agents that know that, you know, let's be real, when you're starting out, it's a struggle. right? So I didn't have that help and that opportunity when I was starting out. So I've taken that and then put myself in a leadership position to where I can try to help smooth out those struggles and get people going and into production and providing for their families or their kids. We have a lot of single moms. So, I try to do whatever I can to put people ahead of me, even if it's at my own cost. And I think that's a big thing for any leader, is that you need to be able to swallow that pill sometimes. And sometimes people are too self-centered around themselves, where it makes it difficult to do that. So people first is huge. I mean, it's something that you can't just fake it. You have to really be able to do that. And when we came over here, Andrew can attest to this. I mean, we brought agents in. It was like 6, 7 agents in one swing. And that's not, again, not a brag or anything like that. But I told Andrew immediately, hey, this is your thing. I don't want to take, I didn't even want to lead. I told him straight up, I was like, I don't want a team. I don't want to do nothing. It's evolved since then, but it was because I was like, hey, these people need help. And you have an opportunity that I think can help all these people. It's not my show, it's your show. And again, I'm trying to put the spotlight on them, the agents. So that was really, I guess, if I had to put it in a nutshell, what people first is to me.
All right, let's get your phone number out there for people who don't have it. I think most of them do.
Phone number 619-678-8180. And if you really want to catch me, go to liveleadzoom.com Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm there every day, every single day almost. So that's a very good way to get in front of me. I'm always trying to get back. And if you're on the weekends looking to fill up your pipeline and I see you in the live lead Zoom all the time, then I'm like, hey, Saturday, Sunday, let me know if you're working. I'll ask you guys, and I'll send you guys extra leads on the weekend just to provide you guys those opportunities. So,
right, round of applause to Blake. Great job. All right, so we have a 2-for situation here. So 2 for 1. We've got Ryan and Yair. I'm not quite sure what your relationship is, who's boss and who's not, or you're just partners, but I love it. So that's typical you, that humility. So let's talk about Ryan. We're very happy that actually Yair bought Ryan here. So go ahead, my friend.
Okay, hello. I'm not really
So
good.
First of all, I should say primarily Orange County.
Orange County.
South
Me
East LA.
talked in the past as well. So I have 5 years experience in real estate, but I've also have had like 20 years of property management with family. Our family has built an empire of real estate. My brother-in-law is a big-time realtor in Beverly Hills. I would love for him to come here, but he just is. He's very.
Nice to see you. Say bye.
So I have a lot of knowledge of LA as well, other than Orange County. Northern OC, I know a lot of. We talked about this. I know Encino, Tarzana, so stuff like that. You could always come to me as well. But pretty much, this is me in a nutshell. It's my family. My family is now. My why really is why I want to become a hub leader. Why I want to help people. Who helped me in my business was my brother-in-law, and I wanted to branch out and be my own realtor, my own.
Who's your brother-in-law?
Angel Salvador.
Ah.
You look him up, you'll see him.
Okay.
He's done $70 million transactions.
Fantastic.
So, stuff like that. So he's done really
So a strong family real estate
yes,
person.
very strong.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that.
I try not to brag because I want to really do this for me. So, but I want to pass it forward. That's what I want to do to help become a leader. Is me and Yair talk. I think I talk to him more than I talk to my wife now. Honestly, I really do.
We get in trouble all the time.
Yeah.
Let's make it clear your wife is much better looking
yes.
than him.
Yes, of course. But pretty much my goal is to help everybody. And like I said, just you can always call us. We're here 24/7, really. I mean, I was helping with contracts at 9 at night. So was Yair. We're here. We'll get on Zoom. If you're not close to us, it's fine. We'll get on Zoom if it makes sense. We're not for everybody. I get it. That's the goal of you becoming a hub. But our goal is to help you for the first 2-3 transactions, and then you guys could kind of do your own thing, and we'll check in from time to time. And you're here to help you and grow. That's what we want you to do. We don't want to be on you guys. We want you to be on other people and keep making this place a bigger and better place.
Absolutely love it. So Ryan's number is at the bottom right here, and his contact details. Can somebody type, can you enter them into the feed as well, just in case people don't have it? So you did? Could one of you do that? It would be fabulous. So that's Ryan, Ryan Arita, and you're centered out of Tustin.
Yep. So the Tustin office is in Orange County. It's almost, what would you say, central OCM?
Border, Santa Ana, or
Yeah.
Irvine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a
Right in
good,
the middle of everything.
it's
Yeah.
a good area. We know LA area as well, so come
So how far are you from Whittier?
30 minutes.
Norwalk?
30 minutes.
Okay, still close. All right, good.
Yep.
So let's go. A round of applause for Ryan, guys. Thank you. Let's go to Yair, and welcome, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you. My name's Yair Vargas. I've been in the business for 9 years now. Little fun fact, EXP is actually my second brokerage.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people I know move a lot for
Yeah.
the time I've been, but only my second brokerage. Something I do a lot is I'm an active agent, so it was perfect. Me and Ryan kind of linking up because Ryan's more technical,
Yeah.
all the back end stuff, and I'm on the field all the time.
Yeah.
So we talk every single day. Right now we're helping 3-4 new agents, and we're there next to them all the time, whether it's showings or writing contracts, and that's kind of what we did at our old team. We were doing that kind of on our own, and we decided to make this bigger. And so a little bit about myself. I have 3 daughters. My kids are my life. My daughter, my oldest, does competition dance, so I don't really have hobbies. I'm just there all the time. And I like to call myself Batman because I'm everywhere, but nobody sees me. Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. And then if I could have some time to myself, I love watching soccer and being on the jet ski at Mission Bay.
Can we just from now on please call it football?
Football.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
either football if you don't speak.
I also like American
In
football.
2/3 of the world, it's
Football.
keep going. I'm just giving you a hard time. Yeah. So good.
We're pretty much here to try to grow this thing out, whether it's OC, LA. I drive everywhere. The furthest I've driven was for a listing was what is it called? Like going towards Vegas.
Barstow.
That's the furthest I've driven.
And the listing was $26,000 too.
No, it was like 300,000. It was good.
So you were luxury.
Yeah. In Barstow.
You got Lux experience in Barstow.
Yeah. So
Love it.
we'll drive pretty much anywhere or help anybody that really.
So tell us about just a little illustration here, Jason Forehand. So Jason's a young guy that you just brought into your hub.
Yeah.
Tell us what's happened to him.
So he's really hungry. He came from a luxury brokerage in Newport Beach because that's where he's from, Newport Beach, and they didn't allow him to sign the listing agreement, put his DRE on it because it was like almost $2.5 million. It wasn't not really big in Newport, but it was
2.5
deal
when
for
you're not
him.
allowed to sign the listing. That's
yeah,
a
and
challenge.
he felt like he was pushed away. He did all the work, and we met him through Shayla and Henry.
Yes.
Their kids are friends with each other, and he came in, not really knowing what to do, and we pushed him, and he really will pick up any lead.
And has he not just put one into escrow?
He's in escrow, and
He's been
has
with us 4 weeks.
4 weeks, and he has another one coming soon, and he has 3 personal deals.
So this is the objective of the entire thing. I mean, to be fair to Kathy, she had 180 people dumped on her, right? So now some of that pressure will come off. She can focus on some other people. But that's what we've been trying to do, is find these people and bring them in and be there closely. And, to plug, Daniel's going to speak next, but yesterday at the Corona event, there was just a whole bunch of people there. And it was just such a cool vibe seeing, Kathy, agents interacting, you were there too, with the hub leaders and with each other and asking questions. And that's the whole idea, is to provide that solidarity. I have absolutely no issues about providing these 5 main lead flows that I'm talking to you about, but this local contact, super huge. Why did I bring you into that? Yes, because of yesterday, all the relationship stuff yesterday was absolutely fabulous. Danny just did the same thing with Kwaku. Kwaku was really in a struggle. I don't know if you're on here, buddy. Are you on a $900,000 deal? And of course, Kathy helped him, but Danny, you just walked him through, brother, all the steps, and he just closed his $900,000 deal. This is a young man in his early 20s, right?
Wow.
And he's learning everything about the business. Really fantastic. So let's give a round of applause to the Yair. Super proud of you. Okay, we're going to roll over to, I think, Danny first. If you don't mind, I'll go guys first here. So Danny heads up the IE Corona hub. And tell us a little bit about Daniel. Please, you need a microphone though, brother.
Well, I've been doing it for about 20 years. So that's it.
He's new. He's new.
Not like Kathy, but no. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
You're nowhere near as old as
being in
Kathy. So to be fair, you know, I mean, it's.
Am I?
Come on, keep going, keep going.
We basically did I think the biggest milestone they asked, I think, and everybody was selling homes, but at the end of the day, I put together a team at the last minute, which I wasn't gonna do, and it ended up selling like over 750 in 2 years. So we did pretty good, and that was like with only 7 agents. I mean, we did a lot, and I know everybody can. My daughter could have sold a house back then, but the thing is,
so organization.
Yeah, organization. It wasn't just helping buy; it was selling properties, and it was going to listings and turning them into flips. And like I said, I probably did in my time probably about 250 flips. I probably was in myself on them, probably about like 15 to 20. But I work a lot with developers, work a lot with buyers, sellers, hands-on. I love relationships and I love helping people and I love coaching. It's something that I think I have a gift for. And same thing I did with Kawaku. So I basically hand in hand. But other than that, 15. I've coached basketball, high school, and AAU, competitive levels for about like 15 years. I had to stop. I do have 4 kids. I have a 31-year-old son, 23-year-old son, 17-year-old daughter that won CIF last year in flag football. She was on the all CIF team. She'll be a senior this year. And I have a daughter that's going to level 8 in competitive gymnastics. They're super, super fun to watch. So I love to cook. I know people think probably I'm crazy, but I love to cook. And I just started playing pool and I enjoy it. It's probably like one of my favorite things to do. I don't play it as much as I want to.
I'd like to advise everybody on the team, do not play pool with this guy.
No, I'm actually not that. I haven't played that long. No, he's actually pretty good. He just was getting warmed up, so that's why I stopped.
Yeah, 11 o'clock we're playing pool. But there was no money on the game, so I lost.
That's why.
Yeah, it's the way you do it.
Yeah, no, but the reason I came over here, I had a team. I could have built a team. The reason I came over here is I think it was a great fit. I think they had everything in place. I think that we have a great foundation. The systems are unmatched. When people coming in and people were thinking about leaving, I think it was Jair that said this is his second brokerage. This is my third. I was with one of my brokerages for
20 years.
16 years. So it is a big thing. I don't like to jump all over the place, but when I came here, I said, you know what? I know I can fit in here. And the reason is because there's no way that Andrew and Blake, what you guys are doing, can be out in the field helping hands-on. And that's what I love doing. It doesn't matter whose pod you're on. If you call me and I'm available, I'll help you go to a listing presentation if I need to. I'll go with buyers if I need to. I'm available a majority all the time. I'm not available on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is crazy for me because of our meetings. Mondays are really tough catching up from the weekend, but like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I just went out with Kawaku. I went to Kawaku's, the one we closed. I had to go and introduce the tenants to the new owner and told them you're going to be changing. Here's the paperwork.
That's a process.
It's really huge when you do stuff like that because you want the repeat business. You know, this guy bought a fourplex. He's definitely going to buy something else. And I think going that extra, mile and helping them, like letting them know, like, hey, you're here for them throughout the whole process, not just getting paid. It says something huge about us.
All right. So first of all, let's hear a round of applause for Danny. We're really privileged to have him here. So Danny's number, we're getting it out there. I think everybody's got his number.
Yeah, it's 951-317-2000. 951-317-2000.
All right. Now, Danny, why don't you introduce Mirka, your cohort in crime?
Well, how do I introduce her?
I brought him.
She actually, we've worked together where people will say, oh, you guys.
She's like, what did you just call me? Cohort? What's that? What did you just call me? No.
No, we worked together for a while. She was a part of the team that had, she came over when she was probably like 2 years in the business. Yeah. She was probably like 2 years in the business, and then she killed it. She killed it. She partied a lot too, but she still killed it at the same time. So I know how she does it. She's like Wonder Woman. But
So let's
Mirka.
get to know Mirka a little bit better.
So I brought Daniel to the team.
Oh, you see that? That right out the gates. I love it.
Roles
Love
have
it.
switched. Now he's on my downline. So I've been in the business for about 9 years. Actually, it was on my first year. I've only been with 3 brokerages as well. Met Daniel at Active. We did so many transactions for Zillow during COVID, the busiest I've ever been. And I think that's one of my biggest strengths is that I've probably seen a lot. And I know Guadalupe calls me. If you have any questions, I've probably been through it. I really feel like before you go to your client, you should go to your mentors, your colleagues, solve the problem, because that's what we're here for, to solve problems.
100%.
So I always tell her, like, if you have any issues, call me first. Let's figure it out. Don't go to your client and stress them out, because you want that referral. You want that their cousin, their aunt, their mom, their dad, you want them to go to you. And I think I've done a lot of personal business since I've been here, but it's because I'm in abundance. I have so much Zillow transactions. I have so many people that are referring me to their family members. I've never seen it before, and it's just blooming. I had someone call me. I sold their house in 2021. Had no idea who they were, but I remember I saved them under their street name. And they're like, hey, we had such a great experience with you. We're ready to buy again. So that's how you build your personal business.
So yesterday, I would say with the team training you did in Corona, that Mirka had a huge hand in helping set that up, right? And the Zoom, the organizing of agents, the relationship, it was really, really, really well.
It's fun. We got to meet a lot of new agents that we haven't seen around, which I think, to the culture.
Yes.
So that was awesome. I love dogs. So if you guys ever have any animals that need to be rescued, I literally take them in. Dad has a little farm and rescued Daniel's dog because he couldn't keep him anymore.
That's not true.
My dad loves them.
I was moving and I wanted them back, but her dad fell in love with my big dog. So
if you wanna, did this go dead?
he's wow. I didn't give him.
So yeah, we have dogs, we have goats, we have cows.
Dead. And this one's dead too. Oh, there you go. So I just got to say, if you want to be part of a hub where the guy and the girl bicker all the time, you definitely need to go to Corona. I mean, it is entertainment in itself. Just bring your iPhone and record the two of them working together, and it's a blast. I won't even tell you what Danny said about Mirka when they're on the way here this morning, but no, I won't even bring it up. Yes, I will.
No, you want me to bring it up? No, I was waiting for her at the Corona office, and she said, please, please, please wait. I was going to be here 9:15, and of course she didn't come. And then he says, oh, they got to get draw. I said, the crazy part is I've seen her look better on some days. She looks good today, but I'm like, she didn't even
this is
like normal. No, this one. But really quick, Andrew, just to let you know.
Yes.
So what me and Mirka are going to do for our meetings every Wednesday in our hub, and everybody's invited. I'll put it out there on the voice. We're going to have training on not just, listing. We're going to talk about it as a team. We're going to talk about it as a team and then find out what we're having a hard time with, because every situation changes, let's just say, for instance, what do you do now if the rates change from here to this? Or what do you do when the market changes? Like trying to adjust
Physical
on
inspections. What did
everything.
you
Yeah,
say about inspections?
everything. That's
Yeah.
all we got to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to come together as a team, and then we'll discuss that at the next meeting. So we'll prepare ourselves, and then if it's not me that can help, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can bring in somebody else to speak about it, like bring in a lender or bring in a title rep or bring in a home warranty, whoever it is, to help us understand the situation. And then maybe it might be credit, helping these people with credit. We'll bring in, credit repair agents. But a lot of people don't know this. I know that your lenders can actually see. They are like credit repair people. They can tell you what you need to do. They can possibly do a rapid rescore. But these are the things that we want to touch on. It's not going to be the same thing over and over. We want to do that.
So let's just give an example. Yeah, so I was just going to talk about it right now. Aisha, are you on here? And what I'd like, please, is everybody who's online that you pose a couple of questions to the hub leaders. So we're going to open this up to questions. So get to know your hub leaders. Want to tell a quick story first. And this is an example of something that's been Kathy's responsibility. But how do you do that with people from Calabasas to Tijuana to almost to Arizona? It's a huge space, not Tijuana literally, but Chula Vista is right there. So it's an enormous area of people. So again, the purpose of the hub leaders is that on a local basis, you can have this relationship and get this advice. So there's a new agent who joined us. Are you on here, Aisha? If you are, say hello.
Hi, I'm here.
All right. So tell us really quickly about a deal that you were supposed to close this month and it went astray a little bit. Just very briefly, because there's a lot of people listening. We want to hear what happens. Let's go.
Yeah, we were supposed to close Monday, the 29th. A few weeks into escrow, some collections appeared. So we needed to do some credit repair, like rapidly, and asked for an extension. Basically, the seller was giving us a hard time on agreeing to the extension. I do have a extensive background and knew some credit repair people. Got my client connected with her. Credit repair came back within a week, boosted the credit score up to 720, and now
Wait a minute. Wait. What was it before?
613.
So I want everybody to listen very closely to this, okay? You have people all the time that are credit challenged. So when you get a Zillow lead, you're going to get 944 of them this month, and they don't qualify. Make sure you plug them in. In this case, it was the mortgage lenders. Aisha had a credit person. TML also has credit people that they've dealt with for 15, 20 years. We'll get that credit wherever possible cleaned up. What was the primary thing? This is a teaching moment. What was the primary thing that was done to boost the credit? So let's just test everybody here for a minute. What's the fastest way you can advance somebody's credit score? Does anybody know? So all over this room, I heard the same thing. What about online, guys? What's the fastest? Somebody's saying, I need the credit person's info, whoever that is. Who is that? Aja. Talk to Aisha, love. She'll give you the name. So
I
Vicky
absolutely
Flores
will.
says, so look at Vicky, pay down balances. That's another one. If you have balances over, I believe it's 50%, so 30% is the ideal, that you're at 30% on your balance. Some people come to us and they're 45, and so you can reduce the balances if they've got the cash to do it. How else online, guys, friends, how do you boost somebody's credit score rapidly? How do you do it? Anybody else? We are over 50 people on here, so let me hear from you.
Open up a new
Good
trade line.
Say that again.
Oh, open up a new credit.
There you go. So this is what's the official word of it? It's called a
Trade line.
secured credit line. So in this instance, Aisha, a secure credit line was open, and I think you paid down some balances, right?
Yes. So my credit repair specialist added a trade line. He paid down a balance, and she also removed those collections.
Now, this was a client that didn't have money. Blake, what happened next?
So we just negotiated in the deal. So essentially, I mean, obviously we got the news that the credit wasn't the greatest, right? So I'll highlight Aisha here because she handled it swiftly. She handled it calmly. She didn't overthink anything, right? And essentially all it was we needed to pay off some debt. It was like $1,700 worth of debt, give or
Right.
take. It wasn't like a crazy amount. And then we just had to add a trade line. And those were the two recommendations that we made to help improve the credit. Credit got improved. The next challenge was he didn't have the cash down anymore.
And what about the physical inspection? What happened there, Aisha?
The physical inspection came back that the kitchen had previously flooded. There was a lot of repairs. We asked for credit. The seller denied the credit. The seller's just been really challenging on top of the other issues,
So
but
where did you do
So
that?
how do we leverage it, Aisha? So how do we leverage the
let's hear it.
inspection report to our advantage to allow us to get more time to work on these other items like credit?
oh, we asked for the extension to get the funds to cover the repairs that the seller is not willing to credit on.
And that allowed us enough time to get the credit repaired. And
Mhm.
now we got them on a DPA program.
So do you have an extension?
Yes.
We do. We have an extension for
great
20
story.
days. And so they will be closing escrow in about 19 days now.
So first of all, let's give a round of applause to Aisha. Huge.
Thank
Secondly,
you.
guys, this is what the hub leaders are going to do for you. They're going to sit on these files with you and help you so they don't drop out of escrow, so that we anticipate the things in advance. That's the whole point of this local relationship, that we can find out what's going on and help you through. So I just think that's an absolutely wonderful story. Okay. I think we want to go to questions next. Questions for your hub leaders, please. Anybody have questions? Let's have a look here. Question for each hub leader. This is from Alfonso Rojas. Looking back at your career, which is one decision you made that significantly accelerated your growth? And what advice would you give agents who want to make that same leap? So here's a guy who wants to grow and grow fast. What did you do and what would you recommend? As briefly as you can, because there's a bunch of you here. Let's go. To significantly accelerate your growth.
I joined TWT.
I love it. And you know, I want to see that pride. Let's not roll our eyes with that.
I mean,
That's what we're here for.
Be completely honest with you guys. Real estate's a roller coaster. I've got some highs, I've had some lows, and it's been inconsistent and great and everything under the sun, right? When we came here, I found stability, I found community, I found collaboration, I found opportunity, and I found a place where we can not only grow as individuals, but help grow others. So my biggest decision that I made that helped me grow at a rapid rate was finding a partnership like TWT, finding a partnership like with TML, and that's just drastically impacted me. And being able to leverage other people and not feeling like you have to do everything yourself.
So here's the difference between what he said and what Alfonso's asking. My biggest mistake in my career, did it all myself. Absolutely everything from start to finish, did it all myself. And I would say to you, like, you know, I'm training my son now, and I'm specifically telling my son, do not do what your dad did in this regard. Find other people who, you have to share vision. You cannot work with people who don't share your vision. Find people who share your vision. Some of those are senior to you, some of them are junior to you, some of them are assistants and VAs. Learn how to duplicate yourself early on in your career. Alfonso, I've shared that with you before, but you didn't want to hear from me. Danny, what was one thing specifically that accelerated your career that you could say to Alfonso, brother, this is what I would recommend for you to do?
I think that when you got to push yourself. I think you have to push yourself. I think that for you, for me, for whoever has like experience in like doing a lot of transactions, I think that it does, our experience, I don't think it comes overnight. I think that you have to invest in yourself continuously, day in and day out, even though the days that get tough, you know, you got to remember, you know, one bad day doesn't make think you got to have a bad week. One bad week doesn't mean you got to have a bad
Exactly.
month. And one bad month doesn't mean you have to have a bad year.
Exactly.
Especially in real estate. In real estate, you know, is as much as, you know, people love to be a realtor, it's a doggy dog world. It's like sink or swim. There's no, unless you have a partner that's taking care of you, you know. But
so extracting something out of that for
Yes,
Alfonso,
yes.
you're saying
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself. Don't let the small stuff drag you down.
For sure.
And keep advancing.
And keep advancing. And sometimes, your body, you're going to get tired. You're going to get exhausted.
Yes.
The one thing that I regret, I would say, is not taking advantage of taking leads. I've always did personal. So that's what I talked about yesterday, Andrew, at the meeting, incorporating both. I mean, if I had Guadalupe's lead, escrows, and I had my personal escrows, I'd be driving a car like Andrew.
Everybody understands that, right? It's a combination of both. It's the combination of running your personal business and constantly fueling your personal business. The real estate business is much like a Tesla battery, right? Your personal business is you run on the battery, but you got to charge it. And you charge your funnel by an infusion. So you have two choices. You either spend $10,000 a month or you take Zillow leads, right? And what I notice with everybody who comes and go, by the way, not just on this team, I know Elmer, I know a number of the other leaders, they all say the same thing when we get together and have drinks. They say, oh, people leave our team. And we all go, yeah, people leave our team. Oh, one of yours just called me. And then they'll go, oh, Andy, one of mine just went to you. And it's the same across the board, that within 90 days, they're dry. And within 90 days, they don't have the flow and the Tesla battery's running out. There's one or two exceptions. There are two people who've actually left our team and done more production than before they were in the team. 2 people in 3 years. And one of them was my daughter. So it's the odds are very highly stacked. But your pride gets in there and your ego gets in there. And I want to be this and that. And maybe a couple of people go with you and you're destroying their lives. So congratulations. So very, very important what we're saying. For Alfonso, what else would you say in brief would be a turning point that happened to you, Yair?
So one thing, touching back on the leads, like Daniel said, my leap was I started paying for Premier Agent when it was a thing. And every month, it wasn't like somebody calling you to tell you, are you going to pick up this lead? You had to go do it yourself, or next month the bill comes and
thousands
pay it anyways.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what really made my business grow. And then from there, like Andrew always says, those Zillow leads came in and they became my personals. And I've dealt with them. I did Premier Agent 2021 to 2022.
So just to be clear on Premier Agent, you paid, usually it was what, Danny, at least $1,000 and up for a Premier Agent lead.
If you wanted good leads.
And there were many agents that I knew were spending $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. There is a quick thing on this, by the way. There's a gentleman in Florida, and we're going to wrap up this section in a minute. A gentleman in Florida, is an older man. At 64, he had no money left in the world, was on the verge of filing bankruptcy. And he charged the last charge he had on his credit card to buy Realtor.com leads. And 4 years later, he was buying $2 million worth of leads a month. He just retired and bought a horse ranch next to a friend of mine in the Midwest. Yeah. But his investment was phenomenal. So you stepped in that league, and it was a tough league because if you spent $5,000 and you think about it, you met them, there was a good one that came out of it, you showed them property, that's 1 month. You put them in escrow, that's 2 months. By now, you've paid 2 lots of $5,000, $10,000, you get a $10,000 commission, you covered your Zillow, and that's why there was a constant turnover. It was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, and there was no spearheading or nothing like that.
It was on you.
It was on you, yeah.
All right, any other questions for these guys, please? Leslie is joking here saying, I was going to retire until I met Andrew, and now look where I'm at. Hey, Howard, you're going to 11 appointment. Love you guys, love you too. Anybody else got any questions? Are there any questions about the Hub program that are not clear? Some of you are going to get calls from Hub leaders introducing themselves to you over the coming days and weeks. There's some reorganization that's going on. And starting next Wednesday, then, these guys will all be holding local events that you can attend, and it will be on Wednesday. So still 9:30 to 11:30, the first hour with us, the second hour locally. So any more questions? Does anybody have a statement you want to make at the end?
There is a statement I want to make. Hey, Andrew, I don't know if our internet, I don't know if we made this clear yet, but like for the first Wednesday of every month, are we going to try to come here? I know we spoke about it, and I think it's good because I think that it'll keep the unity here.
So listen up, guys. So I love this idea. It was not my idea. Many of the ideas coming out now are not my idea, which Annette and I love. So the first weekend of every month, let's just all gather together. We'll put on some food and champagne. We'll have fun. And let's bring, yes. So Annette's saying she doesn't have a microphone, but reception and so on. So we're going to encourage you all to come the first weekend of the month. Your hub leaders will be announcing that. We all get together, right? So very excited about that. I love that idea, and organizationally we'll make that happen. Any other questions or statements?
A statement. I think that the biggest thing about these hubs and the hub leaders, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong in that. I think that there is no matter what, no matter if you get up and you leave and you go to another brokerage, you know, we're gonna keep moving. But the thing is, you know, prior to that, I think that the reason he's doing this is because, you know, Andrew and Annette are busy. They're building up. And if you have any issues, or if there's something that you're not comfortable with, or something that's bothering you, we would love for you guys to come to us,
Yes.
talk to us. And then that way we can go instead of talking to, you know, other people and just spreading it, because like a bad apple can really, really ruin a tree. And I think that that's what we're trying to do. And believe it or not, Andrew is very, very, very stubborn. But he will listen.
No, I'm not.
He will listen sometimes, but he does hear you. So I think that coming to us instead of just going around, we can just, you know, fix it, or, you know, maybe it might not work, you know, but we do want to make sure that you guys as agents, before you come to your hub leader and say, oh, I'm not closing enough deals, hold yourself accountable, because everybody doesn't want to hold themselves accountable. They want to take 3 leads for 3 weeks and they say, well, I'm not closing enough. Well, if you go on there and you haven't took them, that's, you know, you got to hold yourself accountable. You can't work 2 hours a day and think that you're going to close 10 a month. So that's it. I would love for you guys to come to us and we can figure it out.
So look, it's just in early stages. Yeah, just really quickly. It's in early stages, guys, but hear me out. I see Susie here online, and Susie she was president of NAREP. She came to us, I think, a year and a half ago, sold a ton of property with us. She now works between Arizona and California, has a great relationship with Kathy, I know. We're just super proud of her. Loyal, faithful, those are 2 qualities that Jesus liked, and I'm way, way down from him, but I like them as well. It's just a really beautiful thing to see. And Susie's talking to us seriously about developing a hub in Arizona, which we're really excited about. So if you know agents in Arizona, please let us know. It's coming up soon. And Susie, it's lovely to see you on here, okay? And I think Blake here.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what Danny's saying here. Amazing thing what he's saying. It's all positive, right? It's, you know, reinforcing. You have support, you have mentorship, you have people you can lean on, right? You don't have to be an island anymore. I feel like a lot of realtors find themselves in an island, right? Because they're like, oh, well, I'm not producing, I'm not doing this. If you challenge yourself to take yourself out of that I mentality and start looking at all that positivity that America's closing deals, Ryan's closing deals, Danny's closing deals, and you're highlighting that, you by default, you start becoming in part of that vibration. I feel like a lot of us miss that because we're so focused on me, island. If you break out of that and really start talking with Danny, talking with Ryan, Yair, America, all that positivity starts kind of rubbing off on you. And now you start looking at life differently, right? So even the people that are online, if you're not in the place you want to be just yet, it's okay, right? Yes. Lean on the people, be positive. Even if it's hard, be positive, smile through all of it, right? Get that, like, oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I got to take this Zillow. I got to drop what I'm doing right now to go show this prop. Don't take that mindset, shift it into, I get to. I have the privilege to.
Yeah, I love that. And
switch it. And the results that you're going to get is going to be a lot better. You're going to, attract more people. For those of you guys want to be hub leaders, right? If you want to, you got to be positive, right? If you're not, negative Nancy all the time, people aren't going to want to be around you or want to work around you, right? It's not a bad, for us as individuals, being on a positive mindset is just a magnet. You just become a magnet to people. People want to help. People want to be a part of it, right? So I challenge you guys online and in the room, start changing that mentality of I'm not where I want to be, so I'm going to be negative, right? Start switching into, hey, I'm in the best opportunity zone. I get to do this. I have that privilege, and your whole entire business is going to change. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I first joined here, I was not where I want to be. I'm still not where I want to be because I thought I wanted to be somewhere, and then Andrew just brings it boom to the next level, and it's been a challenge every single time. But I got here and I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was almost at a brink of no hope, but I showed up smiling, happy, excited, trying to be. Annette always hypes me up. Andrew's always hyping me up. So I'm like, you know what? I could do it. So I want to thank both of you guys publicly here for
Thank you.
helping that out.
Much. Really appreciate that. I want to just plug Daniel here for a minute again, and Mirka, that yesterday I was really moved by the environment there. And I noticed, like, I was sharing this with you guys earlier. To me, I was such an individualist as a salesperson, but most human beings don't want to be individualists. We need camaraderie. And I was there and I'm like, suddenly Danny wasn't there. I'm like, where the heck is Danny? We're in a meeting. And then Mirka wasn't there. I'm like, where the heck is Mirka? We're in a meeting. And it's lovely. You know where they were? Danny was helping some young lady who didn't know what was going on and went out really quickly and got a sandwich and sat down with her and explained to her what was going on. He came back. He's happy. She's happy. Mirka took somebody off to one side and spoke to them, and they were unhappy about something on a deal. And the next thing they're sitting there. And after 2.5 hours, it wasn't a 2.5 hour meeting, but 2.5 hours of the formal part, they were there for another 2 hours. You couldn't get them out of the room. And they were making calls. They were talking about transactions. That's the vibe that we're looking for. So welcome to your hub leaders. Let's give them a round of applause.